verifying the transmission. I believe we are. Steve Roberts along with the coach, Mike Walker, here from Leo, Indiana. Got some senior night action, the last regular season home game for the home Leo Lions taking on the Woodland Warriors. Mike, tell us what's going on.
Well, like you said, Steve, we're bringing in Woodland tonight. They are Class 2A out of Sectional 36. They come in at 11-10, coached by Dave Randall. He's 52-62 in his 5th year at Woodland. He's 99-142 in his 11th year overall. Woodland actually comes in, Steve, on a 5-game winning streak.
Yeah, bit of a heater.
So they're coming in a little warm. Leo just lost a game at Northside. Probably a little bit better competition than Prairie Heights was for Woodland.
Right. So they, just to touch on that, they lost a 3-point game, 51-48, on a away court in what's been considered one of the most haunted high schools in the state of Indiana.
Absolutely.
After a 7-game winning streak. So Leo's doing a solid job themselves, as we talked about. Them taking down a powerhouse in Dwanger here last
game
week.
Before,
so
correct. So that brings us up to Leo again. It's their senior night. Leo comes in. They are Class 3A. They're actually ranked 19th right now in 3A, so they moved up a few spots since after that Dwenger win. They're out of Sectional 22. They come in at 16-7, coached by Kerry Cogdell. Coach Cogdell's 160-104 in his 12th year here at Leo. He's 171-134 in his 14th year overall. Last year's meeting between these two teams, Leo won 83-53. Versus common foes, Woodland is 3-6. Leo is 7-1. And last year, last year Leo won the contest 83-53. And thanks to our stat guy, Josh Blauser, the Lions lead the series between Woodland, who used to be a conference foe.
Years and years of battles back and forth.
And really, if you look at the crowd, this is the biggest crowd we've had on the year. And even though they're not conference foes anymore, this is Leo's rival. This is Indiana.
It's still
Purdue.
Leo Woodland. It's still Michigan, Ohio State.
Absolutely.
You name it, it's still Leo Woodland. Exactly.
These stands are packed. The Lions actually lead the series 49-29. So, after our school fight songs, we'll have the national anthem, and then after the national anthem, we will introduce the starting 5 for each team. And for Leo, a little bit different starting 5 because of senior night.
Sure. And
we'll talk about that in a second.
That's pretty classic and typical move on senior night. Let the guys get in. I mean, if you're looking at Coach Cogdell, he says, hey, last night, let's suit them up. Well, at least let you guys get out there, get your teeth cut in there against an 11-10 team with a chance to do some damage and get us out to a good lead.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll talk about that in a second. And
as we see our camera girl,
our camera operator,
camera woman, camera girl. Your daughter.
My daughter, Miss Madeline Skywalker.
Oh. And you can see the blush from here, folks. She can't hear us right now because I Want to Rock is rocking so hard, but we're talking over it, so no trademark infringement shall apply. Courtesy of YouTube.
Yes. Thank you, FCC.
Thank you, FCC. So,
I Want to Rock, too.
Yeah, 2 minutes and counting till they get things underway. Not really sure what the hold up or the background music is for.
Normally at this time we would be preaching the national anthem if we want to talk about the pregame show that we just had.
That was brought to you by TW Fable, located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Club in Bluffton. Features fine dining Tuesday through Thursday. Look for a great place for lunch. Are you? Are you looking for one?
Not right now, but
visit the 250 Grill anyways.
Yes.
Go to Bluffton, 250 Grill, TW Fable. Great place to get some food.
Which the 1A sectional the 2A sectional, the Woodlands Inn, is at Bluffton.
There you go.
So when you're in Bluffton, go stop by the TW Fable Grill. You will not be disappointed.
The 250 Grill, TW Fable.
Sorry.
It's at the Timber Ridge Golf Club. Again, one more time, Timber Ridge Golf Club in New Haven. I think I had the address for it at one point or another.
The beautiful Timber Ridge Golf Course.
Located at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. Again, a fine dining experience Tuesday through Saturday. And, of course, if you're looking for a great lunch, visit the 250 Grill, where things are guaranteed to be $2.50. Either $2.50 or $250.
Either way, it's going to average out to about a $25 bill, I'm guessing.
And you'll
per
love
person.
it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Indeed. And we're about ready to get the national anthem played here for us by what appears to be the Leo High School Band.
Directed by Dr. Bob Myers. I'm really not sure if he's a doctor. I just like to call him that because he does things with such precision.
Yeah, it's got a good ring to it.
That's what I'm saying. So, and I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Sure. Right.
But Bob Myers, I almost said Dr. Bob Myers, does do
a
phenomenal job year in and year out with this Leo marching band, always in the thick of things at the state competition level, and they do a wonderful job. And you will hear how wonderful they do here in a moment.
So as the PA announcer, softball coach of the state champion Leo Lions ladies softball, Ben Chappelle, a PA announcer, gets things
Coach
underway.
Dr. Ben Chappelle,
MD.
That's what I thought.
Kicks us toward the national anthem as we have the camera shot focused on Old Glory. We're gonna.
And tonight, folks, you may notice something a little bit different about the program. We'll talk about that in a second. Beautiful
right.
job, as always.
And that never, ever gets old.
No, it does not. Fantastic job by the Leo Band. We appreciate that.
So, again, we got a good matchup for you here tonight, folks. And this matchup is also brought to you by the University of St. Francis, one of our key sponsors, New Holland Tri-County, Grable Insurance, Indiana Physical Therapy, YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, TW Fable, the aforementioned, Adams Memorial Hospital, and, of course, Marco's Pizza. We'll hear from them throughout the broadcast as we have audio difficulties that doesn't allow us to actually play the commercials that these guys had provided for us. But again, if you get a chance to visit, or if you frequent any of the establishments that I just labeled and mentioned, make sure you tell them thank you, because they are what make us possible in bringing you the moving pictures and a couple of weirdos talking basketball.
Let's talk about Woodland starters here, Steve. We've got wearing number 1, a 6'2 junior, Deontay Biggs. Wearing number 12, a 5'10 junior, Austin Fancher. Wearing number 22, a 6'2 senior, Ben Schwartz. Wearing number 24, a 6'3 senior, Andrew Crane. I'm not sure. I want to say Cron, but
I'll get a ruling on that.
Okay. And then wearing number 34, a 6'3 sophomore, Aaron Hahn. That brings us to our senior night. Leo Lions starting wearing number 12
is
a 5'9 guard, and he's a senior, and he doesn't normally start, but tonight he is, and that's awesome. Stanton Haney. Number 15, a usual starter, Craig Klovenstein, a 6'2 senior guard.
We've seen a lot from him.
Number 22, a 5'10 senior guard who doesn't normally start, Tristan T-Rex. I taught him everything he knows about algebra.
True.
And number 24, who is also a normal starter, a 5'9 senior guard, Reed Herron. And that brings us down also to a normal starter, number 45, 6'5 forward senior, Max Duff. So the only senior that's not starting, who is a normal starter,
the 1,000-point scorer himself,
Dylan Barrow,
and we'll see enough of Dylan Barrow as the game progresses.
And I'll almost guarantee he volunteered to not start. He's that kind of guy.
I absolutely 100% agree with that. And of course, we also don't have in the sharpshooter number 44 sharpshooting Jeremy Davison, aka JD. He is going to take a seat on the bench for starting at senior night here and let these guys go at it here. So we're about underway here, folks. First quarter action and the tip-off. We're going to have Ben Schwartz, looks like, tipping it off for the Lions against T-Rex. And we'll see who comes up with the opening tip here from Leo, Indiana, in the Lions Den. Senior night underway, and the tip is controlled by Hahn.
You might as well jump.
Might as well jump. Cross-court pass, 3-ball on the way.
Wow.
He got it. And that's Andrew Cron, or maybe Crane. I'm going to get a ruling on that. And the first points on the board go to the Woodland Warriors.
So some quick ball action. A cross-court pass finds an open Cron, and he nails the three. Looks like Woodland is in a 2-3 zone. Tried to trap down in the corner. That's Haney, and he steps on the inline.
Yeah, ran out of real estate that time.
So Woodland maintains possession with an early 3-0 lead. The Lions in their 2-3, padded 2-3 zone. And there's another 3-ball, and that's in and out. That's number 34, Aaron Hahn, who just misses a deep 3. And the Lions pick up the possession.
Yeah, Aaron Hahn has a nice stroke, a good-looking, lanky kid. He's only a sophomore starting for the Warriors. And he's had a pretty good season so far, I understand, from some inside sources. Kloffenstein outside. Over to T-Rex, back to Kloffenstein. Heron from the corner, entry pass to Dove, up and under, off the backboard, no good that time. And Woodland's going to maintain the rebound. It's Francher moving it up the court for the Warriors. A long ball again, another one, and it falls, and that's Ben Schwartz, 6'2 senior, so a couple of 3-balls, and Leo is...
Lions going to have to come out on that zone a little bit, Steve, because that's the third three, and really, Hahn's 3 was in and out.
Yeah.
So,
and Reed Heron had no business making that pass right there. A fall-away 3, and these guys are on fire. It's a 9-0 ball game inside the first 2 minutes for the Woodland Warriors.
That was Fancher with the 3. And they got Biggs there with the grab, and the Woodland faithful didn't like the call, but he did. He grabbed him pretty plain.
And I forgot to bring up the scoreboard, which we now see brought to you by Subway as well as the University of St. Francis and Subway, eating fresh and enriching lives of children.
So Coach Cogdell gets Barrow inserted into the game after this quick 9-0 start. And again, Leo fortunate that it's not 12-0. Nice pass by
quick
Barrow.
Knife to the basket, and he can make that work all day for him if he wants to.
Beautiful cut by Klovenstein and a beautiful pass by Barrow.
Is that another? I looked down to change the score. Is that another 3-ball?
Another 3, and that was Schwartz again, and 4 feet behind the line.
He's got a couple.
But the Lions are going to have to extend that defense.
Heron for a 3-ball of his own, no good. Tip back out by Barrow that time, nicely done. Here's Kloffenstein getting to the hole off the left side and a left-handed layup, and it's good. Cray's got the only points for Leo so far, Mike.
Well, let me tell you what they're trying to do with Kloffenstein. That's Woodland, Steve. They've watched tape on him, and he does have a tendency to push off with that left arm when he drives, and that's twice now that Woodland defenders have tried to bait him into a charge.
And Woodland finally missed a shot from 3-point range, only to get it back and hit one.
You got to come out and guard him.
Yeah, really.
I mean, Schwartz is shooting, even though he's 2 or 3 feet behind the line, he's hitting them. What more do you need to know before you're going to come out and guard him? And there's Haney. Again, a normal non-starting senior who turned the ball over, so I'm guessing it's not going to be long before Davison comes in.
I don't agree with that. And as you say that, we see JD checking in right now for the Lions, and Handy's going to get a seat on the bench. I don't agree with that call. The ball was knocked loose, and he regained it. Necessarily wasn't over and back on Leo intentionally. But nonetheless, play moves on. A 15-4 opening run for the Woodland Warriors here, starting things out. There's another 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. It's kicked out. Rebound that time by Deontay Biggs.
I'm waiting for Coach Cogdell to pull these guys out of the zone and have them go man, because Woodland, they're getting their shots at will from behind the arc.
That looked like a foul there.
Yeah,
but
Schwartz got away with an over the back there.
And they just gave him the out of bounds to Leo. So 4:08 left here in the first quarter.
5 3-point bombs by Woodland.
The axis is kind of weird on them. Anyways, yeah. Reach around and no foul called. So they're letting them play so far. Another 3-ball on the way. That time shot was no good by Schwartz. And they're going to get foul called on Fancher for the Woodland Warriors. University of St. Francis is definitely known for quality academic options and dedicated professors. You'll discover the perfect program to fit your interest and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. As we have Kloffenstein working it over to Davison. Davison trying to drive, kicks it back out. Here's Barrow for a 3-ball in the corner. No good. A super high jump by Kloffenstein, and he came down with it and makes good on the layup. So it's Woodland 15, Kloffenstein 6 here in the early going.
Yeah, what an athletic play by Cray. He went way up in the air and didn't hit the back of the Woodland player, able to corral that rebound and put the 2 back up on the junk basket.
3-ball that time by Fancher was no good, and maybe, dare I say, Woodland's cooled off a little bit from 3-point range as the cross-court pass was nearly picked off there by Fancher, and that's going to be Leo Ball.
Yeah, that's why they called an average, Steve, because Woodland doesn't normally shoot 92% from behind the arc. So
yeah, Ben Schwartz has 3 of them. Ben Schwartz has 3 himself. Fancher hit 1.
And Leo not hot from the outside.
Leo still trying to hit. 3 layups by Kloffenstein after great penetration are the only points thus far for the Lions in a relatively slow, abysmal first quarter for the Leo Lions. Woodland doing a really good job of moving the ball. And that time,
Biggs got called for the walk.
Yeah, Biggs took a little too many steps, got a little antsy.
And he needs to be careful. He kind of slammed the ball down, and I think he got a verbal warning there from the referee. Next time, that's going to be a technical foul.
Yeah, indeed. This is Heron.
Nice pass.
Barrow to a cutting Kloffenstein. Another layup. Cuts the lead to just under half, 15-8. Again, Kloffenstein, 4 left-handed layups.
That's the second time Leo's run that play where Kloffenstein dives right down the middle of the key and Barrow finds him with a perfect pass.
Yeah. 3-ball on the way, no good. Rebound that time, put back by Andrew Cron, and the Warriors have themselves a 2-point field goal.
That's a nice play by Cron to get himself into position to get that offensive rebound. No block out there by the Lions.
Woodland's trap is really working effectively so far. Leo's kind of struggling to find something to go. And that time a 3-ball knocked down by Reed Heron. 11-17 is the score. Minute 30 left here in the first quarter.
So after 5 3-point bombs, man, they're just baiting.
And they're offering up the 3-point, and nobody chose to rebound on that one. That was a little bit odd. Barrow finally comes down with it for Leo. Here's Kloffenstein. Telling Reed to go for it. Jeremy Davison for a 3-ball. That one's in and out. Tap back. Here's Davison again. No travel called. A layup is good. a lot that could have went either way. They wanted some traveling and didn't get any. So what started out as a 12-2 opening for the Warriors is now down to 17-13. Still in favor of the Warriors. 46 seconds and counting here from Leo, Indiana.
So the Lions back in the ball game, just down 4.
A long one from Hahn, and that one's off the mark. Rebound by Klopfenstein. 30 seconds left.
I just saw Coach Randall's face after that shot by Hahn, who again was about maybe 3 or 4 feet behind the arc. He didn't like that shot. You get that shot any time. And after Hahn missed it, I saw Coach Randall kind of turn and shake his head a little bit. So that's the only time I think he hasn't liked one of those three-point shots.
Right.
He was a little deep.
Yeah, now you see the Woodlan head coach.
Coach Randall?
Coach Randall talking down there to the referee, asking, "Hey, watch the shoulder by Klopfenstein."
Yep.
And it's that right shoulder because Cray's left-handed. He dribbles with his left hand, and that's what they wanted. And that time, he tried to get a flop. Did Austin Fancher?
Came down before he passed it. It was a nice play, but Klopfenstein just not able to stay in the air long enough to dish that ball.
Yeah, you got to lift a knee up there.
But yeah, I think Woodland watched some tape against Dwinger, Leo against Dwinger, where Dwinger drew several charge takes on Cray.
And the shot at the buzzer is good. 13-20 is the score after one. You don't like to see penetration with 6 seconds left if you're the Lions, but nonetheless, let's hear from our sponsors.
University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options and dedicated professors. You'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. New Holland Tri-County. New Holland Tri-County. Get the new Rustler utility vehicle at New Holland, which combines rugged construction and gritty performance with comfort. Numerous choices to choose from. Visit New Holland Tri-County on Highway 1 south in Bluffton for the Rustler utility vehicle. And the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, with a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and childcare. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. Visit fwymca.org.
All right, thanks, Mike. Back in the action now. Just starting the second quarter. Barrow in the corner, inside the lane. Lane Reed, 25. He's going to get himself a bucket underneath. And, for as much as Dylan Barrow has done, haven't seen him do much except for
assist.
Except for being in that far right corner and dish out some assists. Exactly.
Some really good passing by Barrow, getting some easy buckets for the Lions.
Yeah, so you got to wonder when Leo is going to try and take it in to the post and not have Barrow on the wing so much.
Yeah, because there's nobody down there with the height to match him at all.
And that's exactly the thing. Now they're doubling him in the corner. We've seen this time and time again.
Another
he found
nice
somebody
pass.
over in the corner. I can't
That's
see who
Moreau.
it is.
It's Moreau.
It's Moreau. Will Moreau for a triple. And that cuts the lead down to 4, 18-22 in favor of the Warriors. So far so good as far as the got a push off there, no call. And Deontay Biggs couldn't get it to fall. Here's Barrow on the baseline. Finds a cutting Klopfenstein. Shot off the rim, no good.
Frustration.
And, he just tried to make a quick slap at it and didn't get it to go.
Well, he was frustrated because, again, Steve Barrow gave him an excellent dish down low. And now Klopfenstein, that wasn't an easy shot. He had to change his body up in the air, kind of had to try to loop that ball around, didn't make it, and he was frustrated after that nice pass and got the foul. That is the Lions' first team foul. Woodland does have 3 team fouls. Again, they're baiting Biggs to shoot. No one within 10 feet, and you can see why. Almost an air ball there from the corner.
Indeed.
Now, Biggs can get his shot when he drives. You can see he can elevate.
Another 3 ball in the corner. Shot no good. Rebound by Lane Reed in, and putback is good. 2-point ball game, 22-20.
That's how you do it down low. He took up some space. He went up like a man and grabbed that rebound and put it right back up and in. Great play by Lane Reed.
Yeah, again, and you might not see it this rest of the 6 minutes here in the second quarter as we see a 3-ball on the way, came up short, and 24 was kind of hanging on him. That's Andrew Cron. He tried to take him down on the free throw line there. But you don't know if Leo's going to change it up and bring Barrow from the wing out in the corner underneath and run the inside-out post or some dribble penetration or what's going to happen. But you'd think you'd see that at some point in time, if not the rest of this quarter, then maybe in the second half, as he just lost control.
Yeah, Barrow's got 5 inches over the tallest Woodland player, so I'm waiting to see him on the block.
Now, we both know, and most of our viewers and listeners know, that Dylan Barrow is not the strongest, hugest muscle of mass down there, but he's got weight, and he's got weight on a lot of these kids from Woodland, and you see some skinny guys here. So a 3-ball, and that guy is on fire.
That's his 4-3. Yeah, he's got 12 points.
Yep, 12 points, and the leading scorer for the Warriors. Davison, nice move, and gets the runner to fall. So I score, you score, I score is the name of the game.
I'll tell you what, I like that too by Davison. He got some nice arch on that ball. Beautiful little running shot. There's Cron.
Nice move. Outlet pass up to Klopfenstein.
And you saw that coming.
Yeah.
One-on-one, he's going to take it every time.
Exactly, and if that is a foul called, then it's probably a pretty good foul on Woodland, but Craig's going to go underneath the left side every single time. Here's Hahn for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Moreau.
Big Will Moreau going up high.
Traffic underneath.
He got that rebound. He said, you know what? I'm feeling big. I'm going down. And he didn't get the ball up high enough off the glass. A little hard, but good hustle play by Moreau.
As Woodland resets.
Nice.
A nice runner by Hahn that time. Aaron Hahn, again, the sophomore.
That's a nice drive on the baseline.
He's got himself a couple of points. 27-24 is the score.
So the Lions have their handful here so far in the first half. Woodland's offense looks really good.
Moreau.
And that's Cron. That's his second.
That's at least his second.
That's the team's 5th. So Woodland a couple fouls away from putting Leo into the bonus.
Yeah, Leo with only one team foul right now, and that one's on Craig Hoffenstein. So again, Mike Walker along with myself, Steve Roberts, from the Den in Leo, Indiana. Season finale in the regular season for the Lions.
Can't believe it.
Senior
Sectional
night.
time already.
Yep, here we go. Davison thought about it, passed on it, swinging around to Moreau. Shot fake, no good. Entry pass to Barrow was knocked out of bounds that time by Cole Weiss.
So Leo's going to run their stack set here on the inbounds with 3:49 to go. Down 3.
They get it to Barrow. Over in the corner, Klopfenstein. Here's Jeremy Davison for a 3. He got it! A tie ball game for the Leo Lions. 27-27. 3:35 left to go in the first half.
Davison loves that spot on the baseline behind the arc, and his teammates know how to find him down there. That's for certain.
3-ball on the way. That time no good.
Lane Reed got away with a push that time on Hahn. Nice pass by Moreau, and I'm not sure if Barrow is quite ready or if the pass was just a hair long. I couldn't tell from our angle.
The pass was a little behind him. He had to try to catch it with his left hand that time, Mike.
It was a good thought.
Indeed it was, and they're going to take a timeout with 3:16 left here in the second quarter. And Grable Insurance is one of our proud sponsors, and their most important job, Mike, is to make sure that you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Run Express inside the Mercantile Office Park in Leo, Indiana. Marco's Pizza, located in downtown Leo, serves not only pizza, but wings, subs, bread, and many other delicious items. Marcos also offers catering, carry-out, and delivery. Go to marcos.com, or you can call them, tell them what you want. They'll deliver it. 260-627-2227.
I think I will.
I will. Get that
Marco's
white
pizza.
that white chicken.
Oh, white
piece.
cheesy.
Oh yeah.
White cheese, got chicken on it. It's got tomato sliced thin, a couple of kinds of cheeses. Oh, there's a charge. Oh, boy, looked like Biggs got the arm extended.
He did.
Even though Heron was moving.
I'm not sure Heron had the position.
But whenever that offensive
flip a
player,
coin for that.
extends, they normally get the offensive player, and I was surprised he didn't get it for the charge there.
Indeed. Biggs, the inbounds. Here's Hahn.
Can't leave him open.
That's a 3-ball. It's a big shot there for the sophomore as he adds his 5th point of the game.
Kloffenstein looking to drive, I can tell.
Bounce
He's
past the
trying to
barrel.
set
Here's
Hahn up.
Davison in the corner. He got all of it except for the bottom of the net. Rebound there by Max Duff. Here's Barrow for a 3-ball. Release, rotation, splash.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful follow through. You know, he was 2 or 3 feet behind the arc there. But he's got good rotation, like you said, Steve, on that shot. It's just
nice
a good looking
job
shot.
that time by Heron, stealing the entry pass away from Hahn. Here's Kloffenstein, spin move underneath, off the rim, no good, and you almost wonder why he missed that shot. He did a good job of getting into the lane, spinning out, and creating some space for him, and he was fouled at the same time. So that
contact just enough to knock him off of his line, and just not able to connect on that and one.
And Schwartz Schwartz is guilty of the foul. That would be Leo's 31st point and their first lead of the game.
Next Woodland team foul is going to put the Lions into the bonus. So with 2:20 to go, that could come into play here in the first half.
Kloffenstein again. That's a little long. Rebound pulled down by Schwartz. Here's Biggs, spin move, kind of lost it, regained it, off the rim, no good, rebounded by Dove, and here's Barrow bringing it up for Leo, had to pick up his dribble. They give it back to him. It's like, who's running the offense here? Is it Barrow, or are we going to have Kloffenstein do something? Or Kloffenstein, a fake, oh. What was that call on?
They got him with the push off. Yeah, they got him with a push off.
They both jumped in the air, and they called an offensive foul. Okay.
To me, it looked like a clean block play on. I didn't see the push off.
I don't see that foul on either way.
And that's Kloffenstein's second, so that's a pretty big foul here.
It sounded like a volleyball spike through the headset here. I mean, it was definitely all ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So Kloffenstein gambles. Tries to get the steal.
And Schwartz
made him pay for it. That lefty stroke is really hitting so far tonight.
That's his 5th 3. And they got, it looks like maybe number 23, is that Cole Weiss?
That's Aaron Hahn. They got Hahn on that before he got to the rim. I'm not sure I saw that one either. These refs have got some colorful calls so far tonight, Walker.
Making some things up as they go, but you know what? So far it's been pretty unevenly called for the Lions with a 17 foul for Woodland, only 3 team fouls for Leo, but...
Yeah, and again, you see Coach Dave Randall there, bottom of the screen, talking to the referee, making sure he knows what he's seeing. Here's Hahn being smothered by Heron. Hahn shot fake, pulls it back. A cutter in the middle.
That's
shot
nice.
No good. That was a good move, a good play. A nice job moving without the ball. Couldn't get the shot to fall. And here's Jeremy Davison. He's shot fake. Here's Reed Heron from the corner. Give me all 3 of those. Actually don't.
In and out.
In and out. So 33-31. We do have ourselves a really good game so far tonight, folks. Hahn, the shot fake, and a runner on the baseline. A little strong that time, pulled down by Barrow. 40 seconds left in the half. And Leo's probably going to take this for the last possession.
I was watching Coach Cogdell there. He didn't indicate that they were just going to take one, so we'll see.
30 seconds left. Davison over to Heron. Into Max Dove. Here's Haney.
So, yeah, the Lions
moving
now
around.
Are definitely going to hold it for the last shot. 15 seconds and counting.
10 seconds left. Here's Davison. Over to Henny. Got a high screen out top. A shot over his man, and the three ball is good. Dylan Barrow.
Wow.
A chance for a 4-point play. The Woodland faithful are stunned. Not sure what happened. He definitely got underneath him. You can't refute the foul whatsoever.
No, and what an awkward looking shot because Barrow
there
goes
is
up
0.1 seconds on the clock, and Barrow connects, makes it an old-fashioned 4-point play, and Leo at the half has themselves a 35-33 lead.
That's a huge, huge swing, 4-point swing going into half.
Indeed, and now you got everybody on the Woodland side just shaking their head like, what the heck just happened?
Wow.
So
Barrow gets up in the air, gets undercut a little bit on the three, just able to flick that ball up with his wrist, hits nothing but net, draws the foul, drains the and one. So huge 4-point swing there for the Lions.
Yeah, so we'll be back after a word from me reading some more things and maybe some radio silence with the Leo Band. How about that? Let's just enjoy some Leo Band.
That's not a bad idea.
All right, we'll be back after this. Allen County Voice, 33-35 in favor of the Leo Lions. All right, folks, we're back. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you enjoyed the serenading sounds of the Leo High School Band, directed by Dr. Bob. Maybe not a doctor, maybe he is. Only we know. Mike, let's take some halftime action and talk about the action
we've got
halftime.
Some good stats here thanks to our stat doctor, Josh Blauser. And let's talk about total points here. Leading the way for Woodland is red hot Ben Schwartz, who has 15 points, all of his points from behind the arc. He is 5-4-6. That's hot.
That's in fuego.
Deontay Biggs has 5, and Andrew Cron 5. Aaron Hahn also 5 for Woodland. Austin Fancher rounds out Woodland scoring with 3. That gives Woodland their 33 points. Woodland has 5 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds for a total of 12. They have 7 assists to 2 turnovers. Woodland shooting 12 of 32 total from the field, so their field goal percentage is about 38%. From behind the arc, they're 9 of 21. Again, they started off extremely hot, cooled down a little bit there, so their three-point field goal percentage is about 43%. Scoring for the Lions, they are led by Craig Klovenstein, who has 11 points. Otherwise, it's, again, pretty even scoring. Jeremy Davison and Dylan Barrow both with 7. Lane Reed came in and got 4 nice points. There's a couple of junk baskets, really, for him with some offensive putbacks. Will Moreau hit a 3 and Reed Heron for a 3, so that rounds out Leo's 35 points. The Lions have 5 offensive rebounds, 15 defensive for a total of 20, so they're out rebounding Woodland by 8. Leo has 7 assists to 8 turnovers, so that's not good, the turnovers for the Lions. They are 14 of 24 total field goals for 58%. They are 5 of 12 from behind the arc, and that's 42%. Leo is 2 for 4 from the line at 50%. Woodland has yet to shoot a free throw.
Yeah, and one thing to speak to when in regard to the offensive, or excuse me, the rebound advantage that Leo has, a lot of those, like we said, they're just giving big shots. And they were giving guys shots that were wide open, like conceding the shot, and they haven't, they started out hot, and the only one still hitting them is
Schwartz.
Exactly. So a lot of those rebounds are pretty much freebies from just wide open bricks that Leo gave up. It admittedly just handed to him. So
yeah,
we'll see how it comes along here in the second half.
And I kind of thought as the game went on that the Lions may come out a little bit on that 2-3 zone or break out of it and go to a man defense, but they haven't. And really, Woodland's had their shots in the second quarter. They just didn't go down like they did in the first.
Indeed.
But a 35-33 game. Woodland's offense is I'm fairly impressed by their offense. They move the ball pretty well. They do find that open man around the arc. So pretty impressive for Woodland's offense. Leo's defense, we'll see if they ratchet it up here a little more in the second half.
Yeah, and I'm still interested to see, easy for me to say, if they're going to utilize the Dylan Barrow a little bit different.
Yeah, because really, he has not scored on the block. I mean, he has 7 points. He's hit 2 threes in the and one. That's
he hit a 3-ball and a 4-point play at the end of at the end of the first half. So,
but he's yet the 6'8" kid's yet to score on the block.
Yeah, which is something that we have not grown accustomed to seeing thus far
at all
in Leo's season. So, which is after now coming to an end. So the final game for the Lions here at home, a 35-33 lead for Leo. And they're about ready to get it going here in the second half. I'll update the Subway scoreboard. Subway, eat fresh. Right there in Leo. Across from Sheer Maxfield. And also University of St. Francis. Check it out, sf.edu. Warriors with the ball. And somehow got stolen between a pass, and it's Dylan Barrow. Going to bring it up for the Lions. He's looking to maybe take it all the way. He does. Shots off the mark. Tried to get the charge.
That was Schwartz who tried to draw it.
A stop and pop and got none of it.
That was a nice play by
That was
Barrow.
Austin Fancher at the air ball there. Yeah, sorry.
On that previous drive when Schwartz tried to draw it, Barrow saw that, and he just went straight up and didn't go into Schwartz. There's a nice play by Kloffenstein.
Yeah, Kloffenstein got some impact there on Fancher, and that time Fancher was still moving, so no call. I think it was a good no call. Here's a 3-ball again from Mr. 3-ball himself, Schwartz. It was off the mark, no good. Rebounded, and really just shot up another 3 and airballed again.
But you can't let that kid shoot from there. Coach Randall's hands go up in the air at his defensive effort there, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Leaving Davison wide open from his favorite spot. Nice drive there by Cron.
Yeah, Cron had a real good shot and got the teardrop to go
Barrow changed
over the top of Barrow's hand, maybe. Lions moving the ball outside. Here's Barrow on the block.
Nice ball movement there by Leo. Again, Barrow trying to find a cutter in the key.
Yeah, and a really good job by Fancher there to anticipate the pass from Barrow to Dove in the middle of the lane. Here's Dove on the inbound pass. He's going to hoist up a 3-ball. That's off the mark. Shot no good. Barrow rebounds. Kicks it back out to Heron. Heron from the top of the key. Rattled that one in. We've seen a lot of in and outs so far for the Lions. That's going to open up an 8-point lead. 43-35. 2 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Hahn from a deep 3-ball.
And that was deep. He was about 4 feet behind the arc there. And I think the Lions, I'll have to check. I wasn't really paying attention on that possession. I was watching the Woodland player shoot the 3. Leo might have come out in a man-to-man there.
Ball kicked that time as Kloffenstein tries to drive the lane and kick it over to a teammate of his, and we're going to have Jeremy Davison inbound it. You think you might see the old alley-oop play. Nope. Barrow over to Heron. Kind of double team in a little bit of a zone here, I believe.
Nice defense by Schwartz.
And that one's stolen away. Kloffenstein on the fast break. Up and under with the English. Didn't get it to fall, but they're going to get the foul called. That time. That was 12.
And you saw Kloffenstein that time. Normally, probably 90% of the time he goes left.
He tucks the shoulder and goes left, exactly.
And he did come right that time, and I think it took Fancher off guard there a little bit.
Man, he's good on the first free throw, so Kloffenstein doing some work tonight. That's his 14th point. One more to match his jersey here from the line. And it's off the mark. Rebound that time by Fancher. Excuse me. He's going to bring it up for the Warriors. Tries to run off a pick.
The Lions now in their man-to-man.
Biggs, a quick move on the baseline. Lost the handle. Gets it back. Shot off the mark. No good. Rebounded that time again by Barrow.
Biggs can get his shot, like I said, any time. That time I'd like to have seen him use the glass. He gets in the lane. He's got some elevation. That time he just tried to go over the front of the rim, and he should have used the glass.
A nice pass outside, off the mark. No body called that time. It was a good swat.
Seemed like it was all ball to me. Leo fans do not like that call, non-call.
Here's Hahn. Backs it out. Over to Cron. Cron to Hahn. Hahn to Cron. Cron to Hahn again. Here's Biggs. Dribbles over. Schwartz lefty off the mark that time.
So the adjustment,
Davison in the corner.
Adjustment Coach Cogdale made then at halftime was for the Lions to come out. There's Heron. Heron a 3.
Yeah, you get that off the motion every time. He's got a set shot, and he buries it for a 9-point lead now for the Lions.
But so Coach Cogdale at halftime said, you know what, I'm tired of watching these guys launch and sink threes. We're going to come out and we're going to guard a man. And it's been effective here for the Lions, who now have a 9-point lead.
Yeah, and this timeout here from Woodland brought to you by Indiana Physical Therapy. They're highly trained professionals, treat all types of injuries and ailments, and accepts all insurances. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, Visit IndianaPT.com. That's INDIANAPT.com. And also the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne with a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and childcare. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. Visit FWYMCA.org. That's FWYMCA.org.
They have the no excuse child care policy, so bring your kid in there. You have no excuse. Get in there and burn some calories.
Yeah, make you a better you. Hey?
Make you a better you. Don't use your kid as a crutch that you're not going to go out and work out.
Exactly.
That's weak.
3:50 third quarter action from the den in Leo, Indiana. Woodlan Warriors taking on the home Leo Lions on senior night. A 9-point edge so far for the Lions. And we have Deontay Biggs surveying the field and the court and the land. Inside to Biggs again. Shot off the mark. No good. Tipped away by Barrow, and Dove comes up with it. And here is Craig Kloffenstein. Here's Davison in the corner. That looks really good.
And
3-ball.
Usually does. So Davison really warming up, finding his spot, and moreover, the Lions are finding him in his spot.
Yeah, and that's 13 now for Davison. So here's what we saw earlier. Now we're conceding the shot again. You see the huge gap between Dove and Biggs, and Biggs is getting to the line every time. He just can't make anything fall, it seems like. And Kloffenstein up and under lefty. Saw that coming.
Yeah, just a beautiful play on his part to corral that long pass.
Schwartz, another 3-ball off the mark, no good. Hahn tried for the rebound, and that was going to be a foul over the back on Davison. That's a good call there, as Davison was out of position trying to get the rebound.
Yeah, he knew it. He's laughing, but on that previous play, that outlet pass, I believe Barrow threw, and it was long, and Kloffenstein goes up, snags it with one hand, keeps his momentum going full speed for the great layup.
Schwartz into Cron. Cron back to Schwartz.
Yeah, look at the Lions are coming out on their shooters now. Getting a hand up in the face anyway.
Rebounded that time off the miss. Here's Reed Herron over in the corner. He likes that spot. I tell you what, he likes that spot. And now the lead is getting a little bit away from him in the last few minutes.
Coach Randall throws his hands up again in disgust.
And the steal that time, anticipation from Reed Herron. Here's Dylan Barrow. Seeing who's coming to play. Kloffenstein over to Davison. I think he likes that spot. Off the mark that time. And pretty uncharacteristic miss for Davidson from the corner right there.
Yeah, he had a good look at it, and I thought that was going to go. It was right on target, just a little strong. Nice move.
Nice move again that time by Hahn. Again, Aaron Hahn at number 34, the sophomore, 6'3". Definitely got
he's got
good head on his shoulders.
Absolutely.
And some game as well. Here's Dove. Barrow over to Herron again. Off the mark, long rebound. Covered by Hahn that time.
You know, you don't like those cross-court passes, but Barrow with his 6'8" height, he can see him all the way across the court, and he makes pretty good cross-court passes to open shooters.
Schwartz, you can see the rotation on that from the get.
That looked good right off the
fingertips. And cuts the 17-point lead down to, 17-point lead down to 14. He's got 20 of the 43 Warrior points tonight. Here's Herron. Over to Dylan Barrow. Barrow working it back out to Herron. Kicks it over to Kloffenstein.
And he did.
Yeah. Kloffenstein says, what I did? Well, you took too many steps. That's what you did.
Yep,
So
he hopped before he put the ball down, so that's a travel. We got the Leo student section faithful there with their America theme. I like it. I like it a lot, Steve.
Indeed. God bless America.
A lot of red, white, and blue over there. I see some Cubs jerseys. That's good stuff, too.
Well, that's something we don't need to see, but anyways.
That's good stuff. Look out for the Cubs. This is their year, World Series. 158-year drought is over.
Okay, moving back to basketball.
Were they playing basketball in 1730? Or baseball, I'm sorry.
1730? I couldn't tell you.
I think that 158 might have been a stretch.
But it might as well have
But
been.
it's been a long time.
Cron shot off the mark, no good. Barrow, another rebound. Barrow only 7 points, but he's doing a lot of good job with the tap-out rebounds off misses, assists. Barrow is really the complete player, if you ask me. And we've seen it all last season, all through this season, and his progression and getting better. He can put up points when he needs to put points. They can run the offense.
5 and counting here. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And shot at the buzzer was no good that time from Davison. But again, we talked about it before. You can run the offense through him, or you can run the offense away from him, and that's what Leo's been doing so far tonight. And he's doing a really good job facilitating that. We saw the several possessions, the first 3 to 4 baskets. He had the assist to Kloffenstein, starting the game out for Leo. Although Leo got off to a fairly slow start, they did a good job of moving the ball around. So at the end of the third quarter, we got a 55-43 lead in favor of the Leo Lions.
University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options and dedicated professors. You'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer. Visit online at sf.edu. And New Holland Tri-County. New Holland Tri-County. Get the new Rustler utility vehicle at New Holland, which combines rugged construction and gritty performance with comfort. Numerous choices to choose from. Visit New Holland Tri-County on Highway 1 South in Bluffton for the Rustler utility vehicle.
South in Bluffton, that's right by TW Fable.
Right by
the 250 Grill.
Again, folks, Woodlan, first opening sectional game. I believe it's March 3rd. I want to say that is Thursday.
March 3rd is going to be a
Thursday, and it is in Bluffton. So after the game, or before the game, stop down at TW Fable. Check out the 250 Grill. You will not be let down.
Kloffenstein and Davison, little pass back and forth. They find Barrow over in the corner. Cross-court pass to Moreau. Got the legs into it. Rebound by Barrow again. A lot of offensive rebounds we're seeing. If it's not a tap out, he's doing a good job of just regaining it. And I tell you what, the feistiness and the half-court double trap that they were running, or not double trap, the trap that they were running in the half-court defense in the first half is just not there from Woodland. Everybody's kind of just standing around. You got Kloffenstein, moves it over to Moreau.
This has been the longest non-end-of-quarter offensive possession for either team. So really a good defensive possession there by Woodland. They got out on the shooters.
Yeah.
And made Leo work and took a contested shot, and they gathered the rebound.
Yeah, and to Leo's credit, they did have their way with them. Kloffenstein got the fast break, tried to dunk it,
and the rim blocked him. You could tell he was trying to gather himself, and the legs just said, "Not going to do it."
Whoever that kid is, JD, shot no good. That's not a travel. Okay.
So a little bit of sloppy play on both ends there.
Davison kicks it cross court. Moreau back to Lane Reed. Awkward shot. They're going to call it offensive on that. Looked like he was moving, but did a good job of getting in position.
Reed obviously didn't like that call. Referee was standing right there, so we're going to have to defer to his judgment. So that makes it 55-43. The Lions with a 12-point lead with 6:14 to go here in the fourth.
Big entry pass underneath to Hahn. He knows what to do with it. That guy is a solid player again.
Yeah, he is just a sophomore. Nice head fake there. He got both line defenders up in the air and just able then to make the easy layup.
Barrow fakes the three over to Davison. Trying to create some space. Now they're working a little game. We're going to have Barrow back him up. Move up and under. And I talked about that before. Yeah,
he could do that all night.
Absolutely.
That's his first shot down low in the paint.
Yeah, so any college recruiters watching this game, it's a different kind of flavor than what you're accustomed to if you've watched anything that Barrow's done so far this season. And a nice move there that time by Hahn off the glass.
Yeah, Han's a pretty good-sized kid. I think he's 6'3", and he had Davidson on him, and Davidson, and he knew he had the advantage, and he really took him down low. So for a sophomore, that's a very heady play. Yeah, you can tell Han's a gamer. He knows what he's doing with the basketball.
Barrow just told Klopfenstein to pass it over to him so he could get some action, and there it is. Davison, 3-ball.
Wow. And more than the 3, because that's just automatic for Davison. What a nice little drive by Barrow, who finds Davison in his sweet spot.
Yeah.
And there's Hahn with a 40-footer.
A little bit long that time by Fancher. And the Leo faithful letting him hear about it.
Nice pass.
Nice job on the long fast break from Davison under to Lane Reed. And a 62-47 lead for the Lions.
An exasperated Coach Dave Randall calls a timeout. He's seen about enough of just Lion onslaught here in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you couldn't have came out more hot than the Warriors did in the very opening onset of the game. And Leo found a way to dig back, and by halftime they had a 2-point lead thanks to the 4-point play there by Dylan Barrow. And now we've seen this third quarter into the fourth quarter, just totally Leo doing what they've done a lot of times this season, and in the past 7-game win streak prior to Wednesday. So
and what I saw from the Lions with the adjustment that Coach Cogdale made at halftime, they came out in man-to-man, and the easy shots have not even been there for Woodlan. So a good call by Coach Cogdale to pull these guys out, play some man-to-man, and get in their face. Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park in downtown bustling Metropolitan Leo.
All right, and going to have the inbound here. Fancher had his pocket picked
nice
by
Heron.
Reed that time, Reed Heron. Didn't see it coming. Cutter to Barrow. Barrow with a weird-looking drive.
The Lions
had the ball knocked around. They worked it back around. Yeah. Now you want to talk about heating up. That's 3 players in double digits.
Heron got him with the body. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, nice job by Fancher using his momentum to go off. Right side off the glass. Got the foul.
Yeah, took the contact, able to carry his momentum on, and really had a nice, easy shot after taking the contact. So good body control by Fancher. Cron comes out for Woodlan. And that looks like number 30, who we do not have a name for.
Didn't connect on the 3-point play. Here's Klopfenstein. Definitely hacked by Fancher that time. And no call.
And Schwartz pokes the ball away from Klopfenstein. And there's Fancher again, so he's heating up. That's 7 back-to-back-to-back points by Fancher. It brings Woodlan within 11.
Now it's an 11-point game.
Yeah. Fancher with a 7-point play.
An untimely pass that time from Klopfenstein gives the Warriors another shot at some more points. Here's a 3-ball off the mark that time by Hahn.
And that would have been a big hit if Hahn hits that. It would have cut the lead to 8 with 3:03 to go.
Klopfenstein the rebound. Tried an entry pass. No good. That's Cole Weiss with a steal. Trying to. And there's Schwartz off the mark. Rebounded by Heron. 2:49 left in the fourth quarter. Jeremy Davison off the dribble. Layup no good. So after a quick onslaught of points there that time.
Davison had Klopfenstein in the corner that time on the drive. I think he should have dished to Cray. That's the play that they needed. Again, that's our number 30 mystery man for Woodlan here. Trying to see if I've got a reserve number.
We don't.
There is no reserve number 30, so that's a big play. That cuts the Leo lead to 9. with the and one for number 30. So that makes it 65-56 with 2:25 to go. That makes those last 2 3 misses by Woodlan huge. They hit those 2 threes, or even one of them, and they're right back in the game. Lead now cut to 8.
So some pretty good momentum there for the Warriors, and now with 2:18, these Warrior fans say, "Hey, we're not totally out of it yet. We got an 8-point down to an 8-point lead." Barrow. Oh, and that is not good. Schwartz came down awkwardly on his right leg. That's a high ankle.
Yeah, I think he landed on Barrow's foot, and so his ankle turned, and where he's holding it, like you said, Steve, that's one of those high ankle swings. And you hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
With Woodlan playing in a sectional game at Bluffton here March 3rd, because as you can see, he's one, if not their leading scorer. And he is in an extraordinary amount of pain.
Yeah, as the shot was no good there, Barrow went for the rebound, kind of had his hands just on it. Schwartz came over the back, swatted away, and committed the foul. And when he came down, I'm pretty sure that's right. I didn't see it. It was all happening pretty quick. Either landed on Barrow's foot and twisted it, or just landed awkwardly. And
at least,
and now you have Leo's training staff and Woodlan's medical doctor as well over there.
And they are looking at his ankle, which is good that it's not his knee.
Right. No, absolutely.
And but again, if this is one of those bad ankle sprains, that's not a good sign for the rest of this game, and for Woodlan's first round there of sectional. They play Bluffton at Bluffton.
Yeah,
which is already a disadvantage.
Right.
Playing your first sectional game against Bluffton and at their home.
And Ben Schwartz having a phenomenal game. 20 points for the Warriors of their 57 points, a senior. So depending on how this shakes out, we'll see. He's kind of hobbling, trying to walk it off. He's going to give it a shot.
And I think he's just going to go get on the bus.
Maybe
or the concession stand.
No, he's just trying to walk it off.
Okay, he went
out
out
there. He looked like he was heading out to the parking lot, but he's walking a little gingerly on it. You see him kind of hopping across the screen here.
I thought quite possibly he was going to make a run down to Marco's, because anytime you eat Marco's, it makes you feel better. Now, I'm not sure on an ankle sprain if Marco's has any effect, but I thought maybe that's where he was going there after I thought about it.
Well, maybe somebody mentioned Marcos, and he's like, well, heck, I'm just going to get up and run that way.
Probably not going to.
He might even forgot about his ankle being sprained.
Well, he's trying to jog it off right now. So Schwartz, who again
that's a very encouraging sign from the way he went down.
He was in a considerable amount of pain, and I've been there. We all have. If you play this game, you turn your ankle, and it doesn't look like much, but it depends on how you do it, and it can be excruciating.
As the inbound to Barrow's triple teamed, kicks it over to JD. Back over to Barrow, cross side. And Leo's doing a really good job of shot fakes and making the ball move.
Good defense there by Woodlan.
I would say that time the pass was knocked away. Here's number 30. He's going to kick it over to 34. That's off the mark. No good. Klopfenstein rebounds. Minute 40 here. Leo up by 8. 65-57.
Big miss by Hahn. That makes it within 5 with a minute 30 to go. There's Lane Reed with a nice move. Reed not able to get it to drop, but really nice move down on the block. And there's a foul on, is that Herron?
That was Reed Herron. He slapped at the ball. From here, it looked like he punched him in the face, but it was just a bad angle. So
yeah,
I can't imagine you did that. No punches were thrown. So number 30 had a pretty big impact on that. He's going to check out for the Warriors.
Schwartz coming back into the game. So I would have thought he was done for the evening no matter what.
Or the year, as you see him jogging back in. He's kind of got a hop to him. And he's going to inbound it.
And there's a real good chance that Schwartz does play soccer. If he does, then you know what I'm talking about. He does not play soccer.
Shot that time, no good. Well, the Woodland fans corrected us. Does not play soccer. Schwartz.
So with 1:12 to go, the Lions still with an 8-point lead. And Woodland's going to extend their defense full court here.
They're bringing in a 6th man. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Moreau's going to come in. Give Reed Herron some bench time.
So again, full court pressure here by Woodland. Hahn tried to foul, didn't make contact. The Lions just going to play keep away for the remaining 1:02. And that's Fancher getting the foul on Barrow.
Send him to the line? No.
Nope, that's just their 4th team foul. So the Lions are going to be able to roll off some time here.
Yeah,
with 1:01 to go.
A minute 1, and it should be academic here from here on out, but that's why they play the game.
Moreau with a 5-second call. So you got to have that clock, and you got to count it down in your head.
And you don't plan on that if you're Coach Cogdale and Leo Lions.
No, you don't. And Moreau, you get in your head and you get to that half second before 5, you got to just throw it in and hope that one of your guys can come down with it.
Yep, here's Cron. Pass over.
Near steal by Davison.
There's Biggs for 3. Got the roll, and now it's a 5-point ball game.
So Biggs, the guy they've been baiting to take threes all game, takes a 3 and gets it to fall. With a foul on Fancher on Kloffenstein. Still not in the bonus, so 2 fouls away from the bonus. 42.2 seconds to go.
Yes, they do have a foul to give. 65-60. This is actually turning out to be a pretty solid game. With a minute left, they had a 8-point lead, and now it's down to a 5-point. Here's Barrow on the inbound, and he gets hugged.
And that's, I believe, Weiss.
That was Weiss. The foul there, so only able to rattle off about a 1.5 seconds. Barrow's going to inbound to Reed. Back to Barrow.
Nice pass by Barrow again.
Found Davison. Caught Woodland sleeping. That's a 67-60 lead.
And
Davison with the quick steal on the left. And that should pretty much do it. 21 seconds and counting. 69-60. It's a 3-ball outside. Off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Hahn. Hahn's going to kick it underneath there to Biggs.
Who again should use glass there. Barrow gets the rebound. It forces Hahn to foul. And with 4.8 seconds to go, the Lions with a 9-point lead. So this one is all but said and done.
And this will allow Barrow to get to the line for a chance at his 10th and possibly 11th points. That'll be the 4th Lion in double figures if he can connect on at least 1 or 2 here. 69-60 again. 4 seconds and 8/10 left. Barrow's good on the first one.
Davison leads all Leo scorers with 20. He's had a good night from behind the arc like normal. And with a couple of real nifty plays there to end the game. And it looks like the Lions are going to get Stanton Haney in the game, Tristan Rex in the game, and Max Dove in the game. All seniors here on the court for their last time ever here at Leo Junior Senior High.
Yeah, so a real heads-up play again. We talk about Barrow able to find the guy, and he found him twice. And it's basically a half quarter. Off the mark. And that'll do it. As we move the University of St. Francis scoreboard, brought to you by Subway, to a final 71-60 here from Leo, Indiana. We'll be back after a couple of moments so we can catch our breath and bring you a little post-game show brought to you by the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. you doing? I'm just another guy.
All right, we've got some stats here. And let's talk about point totals here. Ben Schwartz led all Woodland scores. He had 20, injured there at the very end of the game, and we're glad to see him get back into the game because his injury looked pretty severe, and he was able to come back into the game. Also, Aaron Hahn had a pretty nice night with 14 points. Fancher with 10, Biggs with 8, Cron had 5, and that rounds out Woodland scoring. Woodland had 11 offensive rebounds, 18 defensive, 29 total. They had 13 assists to 9 turnovers, so not too bad of a ratio there. And they ended up 23 of 65 for the game. Field goal percentage-wise was 35. They were 13 of 40. They threw up 40 bombs. So they cooled off from the first half. That's about a 32% clip.
Yeah.
And they were 1 for 2 from free throws for 50% for the game. For the Lions, Craig Klovenstein had 16. Reed Heron had 15. Jeremy Davis had 20. But Dylan Barrow, the senior, even though he only had 11 points, he had 12 defensive rebounds, 6 offensive for 18 total, and 10 assists for the triple-double. What a way to go out for Dylan Barrow on senior night. The triple-double. 11 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists.
And that was a heck of a line, and wow.
Yeah.
Just wow. And he got those the 10th and the 11th points there towards the very end before he was able to make those couple of key passes there. The one key pass to Davison, then Davison picked it off again for a quick layup. But
yeah, and triple-doubles in high school are very rare. They just are a rare thing. And so great game by Barrow. For the Lions, Reed had 6, Moreau 3. Talking about Barrow's 11 there, so that rounds out the Lions scoring. Leo had a total of 32 defensive rebounds, 12 offensive for a total of 44. So they out-rebounded Woodland 44-29. The stat line you're not going to like for the Lions, they did have 19 assists, which is unbelievable for a high school basketball game, 16 turnovers. So those 16 turnovers are going to need to cut down here if they're going to want to have some success in sectional. The Lions were 27 for 55 from field goals. That's 49%, and they were 12 of 28 from behind the arc for 43%. That's just about normally what they shoot.
Yeah, they came out cold, too.
They did come out cold.
They did warm up as the game went on. But
Lions 5 for 8 from the free throw line for 63%. So those are your stats. I was going to call Jeremy Davison as the player of the game.
Well, now it is time to pick the player of the game, sponsored by the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne, Mike. The Y encourages everyone to have fun and build character. Check into the Learn, Grow, and Thrive before and after school child care program at your area YMCA. And with the on a this just in kind of notation, Dylan Barrow is your YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne player of the game.
Yeah, not a lot he didn't do.
No kidding.
I believe he showered up, and I think I see him. He's got his apron on. I think he's heading to Marcos to make some pizza tonight because
that very well could be.
He's doing it all.
He can do it all.
He's doing
Absolutely.
it all. 11 points, 18 rebounds.
Boards,
10 assists.
10 assists.
So huge triple-double there for Dylan Barrow. He is our player of the game.
On senior night.
So an
honorable mention, of course, JD. You know, you're a sophomore, bud. You'll have
Your
many more chances to get player of the night.
Absolutely.
And also, you didn't get a triple-double tonight, but you did make some great key plays. So if you're watching this, JD, mad props to you as the honorable mention for the player of the game, but there can only be one, and tonight that was Dylan Barrow.
Absolutely.
So we're going to wrap it up.
Let's talk quickly about sectional play again.
After we talk about sectional play.
Woodland will be, again, like I said, at Bluffton. That's March 2nd. I think I said March 3rd earlier. That's March 2nd. They do play Bluffton in the opening round, and that's at Bluffton High School. So that's the 2A sectional. That's where Woodland will be next Wednesday.
Okay.
And the Lions drew a bye in their opening round, and I'm trying to find out where I had that. They drew a bye, so they play March 4th. That would be Friday. How can that be right? My messing my days up here. I'm not sure. They're at New Haven. They drew a bye. They play the winner of Garrett Angola. I have it written as March 4th. That's what I pulled off of Harold's.
That is Friday.
But I don't. Yeah, I guess that's when they play. I think they play sectional games on Friday nights, those first few rounds. So
check back with us. Check the AllenCountyVoice.com website. You'll have all the information there. In case we happen to have messed it up, we've been known to do that a time or two in our lives, and that's why God made us human. So,
and we don't know if we're doing that call. I know New Haven has a voice guy. Not sure what his name is, but so he may do all those sectional games, or we may. So folks, if you just tune in, you never know. The game will probably be on regardless whether it's Steve and I or somebody at New Haven on the call that Leo game.
True. So a 71-60 lead, 71-60 win for the Leo Lions on senior night, highlighted by a triple-double from senior Dylan Barrow.
Great game.
Absolutely. So for Mike Walker, this is Steve Roberts, thanking everybody for watching and possibly rewatching on the rebroadcast here on YouTube. For AllenCountyVoice.com.
Madeline Skywalker.
And Madeline Skywalker running the camera. Appreciate that. Again, Steve Roberts for Mike Walker and the rest. Good evening.
Have a good evening.